Today we are taking a look at Satono Crown from Umamusume, Pretty Derby. This is the starting feature in the Stellar line by SEGA. The story features the lives of horse girls who inherit the names and souls of legendary racehorses. They train at the Tracin Academy to win the Twinkle series and become the fastest in Japan. Satono Crown is a refined and competitive character known for her serious demeanor and elegant aura. Today's highlights for this figure are the high contrast texture separation, the realistic 4-layer depth of the outfit structure, and the sculpted garter belt indentation. First, the outfit demonstrates a sophisticated approach to paint application, contrasting the completely matte finish of the red inner wear against the sharp metallic sheen of the gold lines on the chest. Next, the front reveals a remarkable structural achievement with 4 distinct layers of the outfit construction. From the innermost layer outward, the design stacks the skin of the chest, a white inner layer, the red inner wear, and finally, the outer white jacket. This layering of separate parts creates genuine depth rather than relying on simple paint variants. Finally, the garter belt area features precise sculpting, where the belt physically presses into the thigh to create a realistic indentation that conveys the softness of the skin and the tightness of the accessory. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The face is immediately striking, with sharp features and a confident expression. Clean sculpting defines the overall silhouette, creating a clear and focused impression. The eye print features clear white highlights that bring a strong, focused gaze to the overall look. Sharp boundaries on these highlights emphasize the intensity of her expression. Directed straight ahead, her gaze creates an impression of direct engagement with the viewer. The mouth is sculpted into a D-shaped smile that captures a specific moment of performance. This sculpted smile creates genuine depth without relying on painted details. The facial sculpt maintains clean lines throughout, allowing the expression to read clearly. Matte charcoal gray hair flows as if caught in the wind, with individual strands creating clear separation. The hair is gathered by a scrunchie that controls the flow while maintaining natural movement. Long strands extend outward and to one side, following the direction of an implied breeze. Each strand is carved with enough depth to create visible shadows between sections. Volume builds naturally from the crown of the head, giving weight and presence to the overall silhouette. A metallic silver tiara sits prominently on the head, adding a sharp reflective accent to the matte hair. Though small in size, the tiara features delicate curves and fine sculptural details. This accessory stands out clearly against the dark background of the hair strands. The contrast between the glossy metallic finish of the tiara and the matte texture of the hair creates visual interest. Smooth and matte, the finish on the face gives the skin a soft appearance that contrasts with the glossy eyes. The overall presentation of the face captures both the elegance and confidence of the character design. A white jacket over a red inner garment forms the core of the outfit, designed with sharp lines and intricate details. The white jacket features angular collar tips that taper to sharp points, creating a crisp and refined silhouette. Constructed as a separate piece, the jacket sits naturally on the figure with visible thickness at the edges. The completely matte finish on the white jacket suggests high-quality fabric and enhances the overall premium appearance. Beneath this outer layer, the red inner wear is also finished in matte, creating a grounded and realistic look. This deep red garment provides a strong foundation for the layered design. Contrasting beautifully with the matte red base are the three metallic gold lines positioned across the chest. Sculpted as raised, separate parts rather than just painted on, these gold lines add significant dimension to the front view. Each gold line catches light differently due to its raised surface, creating subtle highlights and shadows. The dimensional quality of these lines reinforces the sense of craftsmanship in the overall construction. Purple sleeves cover the arms, ending with flared sleeve ends that extend sharply over the wrist. These flared ends have a distinct angular shape that adds dynamic energy to the arm silhouette. Natural wrinkles and folds in the sleeve fabric suggest movement and realistic draping. One hand is placed confidently on the hip while the other is raised to face level, creating an engaging and balanced pose. The fingernails are sculpted with care, adding a small but important finishing touch to the hands. The torso displays a stunning four-layer structure that reveals the complexity of the outfit construction. Through the cutout design, you can clearly see the skin, the white inner layer, the red inner wear, and finally, the outer white jacket. Each layer is sculpted with its own thickness and defined edges, creating a convincing illusion of layered clothing rather than a solid block. This structural detail demonstrates remarkable attention to dimensional accuracy. The silhouette of the upper body maintains a serious and refined posture, conveying both elegance and confidence. The white skirt waves dynamically, creating a voluminous shape around the hips. Large folds and ripples in the fabric suggest a strong sense of motion, as if caught in a breeze. Gold lining appears on both the outer and inner surfaces of the skirt. This consistent detailing remains visible even when the inside of the fabric is exposed during movement. The flow of the skirt follows the natural curve of the pose, emphasizing a subtle S-curve in the stance. A large ribbon on the back adds significant presence to the rear view of the figure. Deep carving where the layers of the ribbon overlap creates strong, defined shadows that enhance the three-dimensional look. Purple knee-high socks maintain a matte, fabric-like texture that matches the upper outfit. The material of the socks appears soft and realistic, clinging naturally to the shape of the legs. A key sculptural detail is found where the garter belt presses into the thigh. This creates a realistic indentation that emphasizes the texture of the skin and the tightness of the accessory. The physical pressure of the belt adds a sense of weight and convincing realism to the garment. Stable block heels and gold decorations define the boots, which catch the light effectively. Natural wrinkles are sculpted into the instep of the boots to suggest a realistic fit and material flexibility. The soles are sculpted with horseshoes, honoring her identity as a horse girl with this authentic detail. This hidden feature demonstrates a high level of commitment to character-accurate design. The pose itself relies on a subtle twist of the torso to create a balanced and elegant standing position. This posture conveys a refined and dignified presence from every viewing angle. The tail flows naturally from the skirt, matching the movement seen in the hair. Each strand is deeply sculpted to create individually defined bundles of hair. Strong shadows between these bundles give the tail a sense of volume and physical weight. The combination of matte surfaces and sharp metallic accents creates a rich and varied visual experience. This figure is approximately 20 centimeters tall. That's about 7.9 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Satono Crown in the starting future figure successfully combines her refined presence with a sense of dynamic movement. The sculpt captures her signature aura while translating the intricate details of her costume into a three-dimensional form. Starting with the face, the sharp eye prints and clear white highlights create a striking and focused expression. The metallic silver tiara features delicate sculptural curves that stand out clearly against the dark background of the hair. Individual strands of the gray hair flow naturally to one side, adding volume and a sense of wind to the silhouette. Each bundle of hair is defined by deep carving that creates natural shadows throughout the hairstyle. Moving to the torso, the layered construction provides genuine depth through the assembly of separate clothing parts. This four-layer structure stacking the skin, white inner layer, red inner wear, and outer white jacket shows remarkable dimensional complexity. Raised gold lines on the chest are sculpted as distinct parts, catching the light to create a realistic textured look. Precision in the tailoring of the jacket is emphasized by the sharp, angular collar tips and matte finish. The lower body features voluminous ripples in the white skirt that emphasize the physical energy of the pose. Fine gold lining on the skirt surfaces ensures a high-density look from every angle, even when the fabric folds. A key sculptural detail is found where the garter belt presses into the thigh, creating a realistic indentation in the skin. This creates a sense of realistic weight and tension between the body and the clothing. On the boots, natural wrinkles in the material and sculpted horseshoes demonstrate a high level of character-accurate detail. The tail flows naturally from beneath the skirt, matching the dynamic movement of the hair with deeply carved bundles. A subtle twist of the torso further emphasizes the S-curve of the stance, creating an elegant and balanced position. The consistent use of matte finishes against reflective metallic accents ensures a cohesive visual experience throughout. Because of this careful execution and attention to detail, fans of Umamusume, Pretty Derby, or Satono Crown will find this to be a meaningful addition to their collection. Collectors who appreciate structural complexity and textured finishes will find the design effectively implemented. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.